Lads, I just made a video where I was talking about Dillian Whyte versus Deontay Wilder. I have no idea what order I'm going to upload these in. Got to do them both, like probably one after the other, but just whichever order they come out in, they come out in. But in that video, I was touching on the Povetkin rematch, right? And I've serious doubts this is going to take place at all. I think that Alexander Povetkin is on his way out of boxing. I think that he, at this stage, is looking to retire, as opposed to taking the Dillian Whyte rematch. Someone, I think was on one of my videos, was on a live stream, comment and said, "Yo G," I think it was on one of my videos, definitely, but they were like, "Yo G, if Povetkin retires, is there not some legal obligation?" I'm not privy to contracts, but as far as I know, I think you're allowed to retire. I think that doesn't, like, you're not breaking any legal ramifications if you retire, or if you have a reason to retire or something like that. I mean, like, if you look at, this is a different example, but like Tyson Fury and David Haye were contracted to fight. David Haye ended up retiring before that fight even took place. So yeah, I think there's obviously loopholes in that sense, but I wouldn't be at all shocked if we see Povetkin, or if we don't see Povetkin, I should say, in the ring again. This rematch, I don't have the same feel for it, if you know what I mean. Now, the first fight, right, the first Dillian Whyte Povetkin fight, when I say I don't have a feel for it, right, the first fight I wasn't exactly excited for it. I wasn't exactly jumping to the hills and saying, "Oh wow, we got this fight to look forward to." I wasn't really like, I was like, meh, it was what it was when it was in the build up to it. I kind of got more excited because, you know, boxing stopped, and we were meant to get that fight in May, if you all remember, and then boxing stopped. We didn't get it till end of August, so I was a bit more excited then, because I was like, wow, you know, there's absolutely nothing going on with boxing, so to have this, it's not too bad. But when I say the feeling, right, throughout the build up for that Dillian Whyte fight, even though I picked Dillian Whyte to win, I always had a feeling Povetkin would cause the upset. You had that just feeling with everything that was going on, you know, with Dillian Whyte outside the ring. You know, he talking past Povetkin. He just talking about February 2021. It's all about February 2021, right? And, you know, Tyson Fury, this, that, and the other, Deontay Wilder, all that. To me, it just stank of an upset. It was just like, there's going to be an upset. Everything in my head was telling me that, was like, there's going to be an upset. Everything about this is just stinking, reeking of an upset. You just had that feeling. With this one, I mean, everything is telling me that Dillian Whyte, if they fight, will knock Povetkin out. Because Povetkin in that fourth round was looking shaky, and I didn't think he looked great at all in that fight. You know, yeah, he done some good work to the body and stuff like that, but as far as I was concerned, to me, I say timing with the left hook looked off. Timing in general in that fight looked off. Obviously in the fifth round when he landed uppercuts, timing was perfect, but Povetkin didn't look the same. I think the Michael Hunter fight took an awful lot out of Povetkin. I think that took a lot out of Povetkin, that Michael Hunter fight. And I think that Povetkin, well, when actually, no, never mind. I was going to say he fought straight after that, but that was a year before when he fought AJ. But he's not been having it the easiest as of late, if you think about it, because he had the AJ fight where he got knocked out. Then he fought Hughie Fury. It wasn't a damaging fight, to say the least, but it's still, you know, it was a bit of hard work. And then he fights Hunter, and that was a hard fight for Povetkin. I thought he lost that fight. Goes back from that fight to fight Dillian Whyte. Gets dropped twice in the fourth round, wins by a one-punch knockout in the fifth. Fair due. Perfect uppercut. Per peach of a punch. Probably my knockout of the... Yeah, probably my knockout of the year. Unless I'm missing something. That's probably my knockout of the year. In terms of him now, he's 41. The times I was hearing, I think someone left it in a live stream, was the end of February, early March. So you're talking 7 months removed from the first fight. I don't know. I think that had this fight happened in November, I probably would have picked Povetkin to win. Didn't. I don't know what's going to happen now, because it seems like it's all up in the air. Rybinski, Povetkin's promoter, is even saying that it's up in the air. They want Povetkin to have 2 more fights. So what are they thinking? Are they thinking the Dillian Whyte fight, if he loses, a little knockover job over there in Russia to call it quits? Or what? But as I said, Father Time is undefeated. Povetkin is 41 years old. He is a pressure style. He's had some tough fights over the last few years. You know, he's had tough fights for a while now, Povetkin. I mean, we go back to Ruslan Shigaev. That was not the easiest fight in the world for Povetkin. The Hook fight, a lot of people thought he lost that fight. That was 2012, I think, 2011. The Klitschko fight took a bit of a beating in that fight, got leaned on for 12 rounds, which didn't help. The Takam fight was tough. He had pretty straightforward fights after that, up until he fought, David Price. Now, he won that fight, by a brutal knockout, but still, he was buzzed in that fight. Then he started having some trouble. Then it was like the AJ fight, the Huey Fury fight, the Hunter fight. That Hunter fight took a lot out of Povetkin, I reckon. Because I actually only watched that a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, Hunter won, but Jesus, Povetkin would have took a lot in that. So I reckon with Povetkin, he's 41 going on 42. Maybe the body is just not there. Maybe the heart's not there. Maybe the hunger's not there anymore. Maybe he just thinks, you know what, I can barely cut it at world level. Do I want to go in there with Dillian Whyte and take a beating when I've made an absolute rake of money over the years? Don't want to, even if I win, don't want to go in there with Tyson Fury or AJ again. I don't know. Answers on a postcard, but I really don't see this fight happening. And if it does happen, I don't feel we're going to see it. I just feel Dillian Whyte's going to win. That's not people look at me and say, that's not a bad thing, G. Not may the best man win. I don't care who wins. But there's no feeling of an upset. Or would it be an upset if Povetkin won? I don't know. But I don't have that same feeling I did for the first one. And I just, for whatever reason, I just don't feel like we're getting this fight. Now, if I'm wrong, so be it. I've been wrong loads of times. Wrong plenty of times on this channel. But I've been right a lot of times as well. I don't know. I just... why do I think that this fight won't happen? And if it doesn't happen, well then, the WBC are probably going to order Dillian Whyte to fight a final eliminator. They're not just going to give him the mandatory status if he's not fought anybody or if he's coming off a loss. So, be interesting. It'd be an interesting one to see. Be an interesting one to see how this develops. Lads, I'll leave it here. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about Whyte Povetkin? Do you think we're going to see this fight? Do you think Povetkin is going to call time on his boxing career? And if so, who should Dillian Whyte fight? And, what WBC are you going to do? Leave in the comment section below. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, lads, please smash the like button. Subscribe, of course, if you all haven't already. Lads, hashtag King of Rip Jeans, G-Mans, rocks, all that good stuff. Love seeing that in the comment section, as I always do. I even have the mugs going out, which is over there, which I'm not going to get up and bring it over because I'll be messing with the recording. But lads, I'll talk to you. Hope if wherever you're watching this in the world, whatever time it is, I hope you enjoy your day, or if it's just ending, hope it was a good one. Peace.